the Blackest Gums. Those same headlights keep circling around the same time of day for the same amount of times. 3 circles around the block, precisely 5 minutes apart, but only for a week. Eventually, the circling will stop. I haven't sat down and calculated what causes those headlights to flash into my living room, but I notice it, especially after a long day. Those days when I come home and decompose from the troubles of the world. I've seen those distinct lights on days where I spend the majority of my time comparing myself and complaining about where I'm currently not in life. It's been a while since I've seen those same tinted, neon blue, high beam headlights. I say almost 6 months, but I recognized them about 2 weeks ago. I was sitting down, working on an art project, and out of nowhere, I saw the lights slowly fill my living room. Painting and sketching have become my cherished pastimes, and I often find myself in a daze when drawing. Nonetheless, I dismissed it, paid it no mind. We all lose focus every now and again. But the same lights fill my living room 3 more times, and 3 more times for the next 6 days. And by the 7th day, I had had enough. I knew what it wanted, what it always wants, so I stepped outside. I was fed up, and I needed it to know there was no more hiding. I waited on my porch so it could see me. What's that saying? Face your demons head on. Now listen. I wouldn't recommend this to everyone. It's not safe practicing unless you're absolutely ready to handle bruising and wounds for weeks to come. Facing your demons is a fight that will change your absolute existence. But by the second circling, it recognized I was ready to talk, because before I knew it, pain was walking to my front door. Running from pain has always been my problem. I played too cool, accept minimal risk factors, and plan life to the T to ensure I'm continually creating happiness. And every time I build up walls, create distractions, and live in tunnel vision, here comes pain. It was invited. Like, no, you were not invited. I can't stand pop-ups, so why are you popping up? Don't be circling around the block to see if I'm still good. Trust, love, I'm good. And that's the problem. It's like pain loves me and can sense when we ain't talked in a while. Sending that hey, big head text like, you know I'm doing good, so go ahead with all that toxic energy. Isn't it convenient to use the word toxic when something doesn't seem to feel right? Putting all the accountability on the other person, like we have no role in the relationship. I guess pain wouldn't be showing up if I didn't let it in. But I stayed running from it, ducking and dodging it on every corner of life, Trauma Avenue, Relationship Circle, and Ownership Boulevard. I swear pain will harass you harder than those nagging bill collectors. You could change your whole phone company, and 2 months later, here they come calling your phone trying to make arrangements. No matter how far in life you go, pain will come tagging along. And at this point, I might as well accept it's not going anywhere. We should probably be adults and sit down and have a healthy conversation about why it's been knocking since I was 7 years old. Have you ever rehearsed a conversation in your head? Replaying what you will say, how you would say it, repeating hand gestures, developing storylines, and practicing how you would pimp slap them if they started talking reckless. Writing a new ending to the closure you deserve. Yes, I am aware that typically none of those reenactments will come to pass. However, we still love to envision our happy ending, which is why I invited pain in. Pain bypassed me and headed for my couch. I followed. It looks around to see the new pieces I've added since our last encounter. Glimpsing over to see a picture I recently took with happiness. We ventured off to see the magnificent Rocky Mountains. Rocky Mountain was a great trip, and every time I see the picture, I feel a sense of peace. Visiting the glorious mountains was an unplanned trip. I invited happiness along because they are always a good time. Plus, I love how encouraged I feel after being in their presence. I was becoming annoyed with this meeting and knew if I didn't start the conversation, we'd be here all night. What you want? To teach you something. So typical of Pain to speak in riddles and metaphors, like I understand his gibberish. The primary reason why we could never see eye to eye. Who has time to inference every little conversation you have with a person? What can you possibly teach me? Happiness is my mentor. Love is my best friend. Focus stays calling me. And me and humor, text all day. So what can you teach me? Pain profoundly sighs. Something all of them can. How dare Pain? Happiness, love, joy, humor, and focus are all of my friends. They are my best friends. What advice could Pain possibly give me? Listen, I thought we were having an adult conversation right now. Don't start talking about my friends before I have to get ignorant. What could you possibly do for me? The last time we hung out, I cried for a whole year. I know. That was on purpose. Pain nonchalantly responded. The nerve. See, I knew I should have never opened the door. Why didn't I trust my instincts? What do you mean on purpose? See, that's what I mean, foul. How can I be around someone who purposely wants to make me cry? Look, I'm sorry about the crying. That wasn't my intention. I wanted to teach you something. Pain makes a face and pauses for a second like I struck a nerve. Teach me what? Listen, Pain, you've done so much damage in my life. I don't think it's best we see each other anymore. Puzzled by my response, Pain answered with, what do you mean? I'm buying me some sage from the farmer's market and I'm airing this apartment out first thing in the morning. You've got to go. Pain laughs a little and turns his head to face the wall. My sarcasm can piss you off and make you laugh at the same time. I understand the laughter. I laugh too. Pain begins. I thought we were going to talk. You don't have to be petty. Shifting his tone to be softer, it continues. You act like I wanted you to cry for a whole year. At most, I thought you'd be upset for a while. But then our lessons would pick back up. But you insisted on keeping me out, ignoring me, taking random trips, buying useless material to stay distracted from seeing me. I was checking on you. I can tell I struck a nerve with the stage comment, but I was serious. Good riddance to Pain and all the baggage it brings. I don't need his concerns. But if this was my only chance to confront Pain, then I needed to be honest and push through my thoughts and tell it how I feel. I couldn't stand looking at you. I paused. Your existence reminded me of all the other times you hurt me. When you first meet Pain, you go on a never-ending adventure, one with twists and turns mixed with pleasures, discomforts, aches, hesitation, confidence, disappointments, and fear. And I can confidently say I have met Pain in different shapes, sizes, persons, and moments. I've also learned I can never know when to expect Pain. At first, I look for Pain in people, isolating myself and avoiding meeting anyone new. But then I quickly learned Pain can transcend through many entities.